Hey everyone, it's TheRelaxedMovement here. Today I'm giving my first impressions on March of Giants, which is Amazon Games' new upcoming 4v4 MOBA. It is currently in its alpha testing, and as of this recording, we're in week 2 of the testing period. It's going for 2 weeks, so let's dive into it. So what exactly is March of Giants? At its core, it's a MOBA, but it mixes in RTS elements that feel pretty different from League of Legends or Dota 2. Instead of just controlling your giant, which is your champion, you're also commanding soldiers and building battleworks like trenches, bunkers, and tanks. That added layer of macro control makes every match feel more like a blend of strategy and arena brawler games. It's a really unique twist on the formula, and it definitely sets it apart from other MOBAs in my opinion. Additionally, within the 3 lanes lies one outpost, which think of it kind of like your tower. Then each lane has a bastion, which is the win condition. So if you kill 2 enemy bastions, you win the game. The first thing that stood out to me is the 4v4 format. I think this is one of the coolest and smartest design choices they could have made because it makes the game much more accessible compared to traditional MOBAs. There's no hard role assignments like top, mid, bot, jungle, ADC, etc. Every lane plays out in a similar way. For new players, that means you get assigned a lane and a giant and play without worrying about all the meta expectations of traditional MOBAs. It simplifies things without dumbing the game down. Now when it comes to the map, I'm a little split. Visually, it's fantastic. The art style really nails that war-torn steampunk fantasy vibe, but from a gameplay perspective, it's not the best in my opinion. All 3 lanes feel like basically identical, and after a while, it kind of gets repetitive. There's very little variation between them, so it really ends up feeling like you're just playing top on bottom. It feels copy-pasted. This is something I like to see expanded on, maybe with different maps, although more realistic for a MOBA is maybe just lane specific features to add variety. This can be cosmetic or actually functional changes, but since this is only an alpha, I'm hopeful that this will improve over time. Next up, soldiers and battleworks. Right now, I think the soldiers hit a little too hard. There's been moments where I've gone from full health to under half from just a single charge, with no other damage hitting me. I think they need to be scaled back so they're less punishing and more of a support element. Battleworks also feels a bit clunky and slow. On top of that, once a structure gets destroyed, you can't rebuild there at all, which feels limiting. I'd prefer if there was a cooldown, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, before you can build on that spot again. That would make base building decisions more impactful without completely shutting it down after a single push. On the positive side, I really like the character designs. They're really creative, distinct, and they fit the theme perfectly. Now that said, I think they could lean a little harder into the soldier and battleworks mechanics with giant synergy like mole and warship. Right now, those mechanics feel almost like an afterthought sometimes. For example, warship synergy with bunkers only work if you're standing directly beside them, as well as they really only shoot out extra shells for some of the abilities. I think that it would feel much better if being within range of the bunkers augmented the abilities, so you're buffing the actual abilities instead of having the bunkers basically shoot the enemies. You know, I think there's overall a lot of untapped potential with the battleworks and the soldier mechanics, as well as current giants and future giants. As for balance, it's about what you expect in an alpha. Some giants are strong, some are underwhelming, but overall, it's passable. I'm not too concerned at this stage since there's still a long road of tuning ahead. Towers, on the other hand, feel overtuned. They can kill you in 2 to 3 hits, which I think is a little excessive. I'd much rather see that tuned down to 4 or maybe 5 hits so they're still a threat but not instantly punishing. But at the same time, I do like the overall structure with them. 1 set of towers per lane leading to your bastion, which acts as the game-ending objective. It creates opportunities for comeback plays, and some of my best matches have been when my team has lost all 3 outposts, but we managed to rally and we still win. The ping system is solid, but I think text chat is still necessary for the game. Even if you're limited to only team chat, there are still some things you can't communicate effectively with pings. And yes, I know what some people are going to say, text chat can be toxic, yada yada yada, but so can pings. You know, if you've ever seen the league matches where people are just spamming that question mark ping trying to say, hey, what are you doing? Everything can be turned toxic. It takes determination. The upside of having clear communication far outweighs the downside, in my opinion. Overall, I'm really excited about March of Giants. As someone who's put a lot of time into MOBAs, from League to Dota to Paragon and even now diving into Deadlock, this feels like a fresh take with a lot of promise. Now, it is being built by Amazon Games, and while New World had its share of issues, they've shown commitment to improving their games. Lost Ark and Throne and Liberty have been handled very well with AGS as the publisher, so I'm really optimistic about where this one is heading. Considering this is an alpha with, I would guesstimate, about likely at least a year of development left, the foundation is solid. They can polish the systems, in my opinion add some variety to the map and refine balance. March of Giants could absolutely carve out its own space in the MOBA genre. I cannot wait to see how this game develops. Now, that's going to be the end of the video for me. Like, comment, subscribe, please. It really helps me as a growing smaller creator. And if you have any suggestions or anything, feel free to let me know. One thing I want to know, have you played March of Giants? If so, what's been your most favorite thing about the game? Maybe it's a specific ability from a giant. Whatever the case is, I just want to know. I really want to get to know this game a lot better and be involved in the scene with March of Giants. Anyways, it's TheRelaxedMovement. Peace out.